fuck shit, it ain't no fun, no, it ain't no fun without a little bit of
Handsome.
Yeah.
Sitting on the stoop.
We had a wonderful conversation, and then the three of us had a wonderful conversation.
Road sodas on the way here?
No.
Yeah, okay,
No,
dude.
no.
Tell it to your PO, dude. Yeah, all right.
We were on the sidewalk in a random neighborhood drinking, though.
Unfathomable. If somebody drove by that, I'd be fucking absolutely terrified.
We
dude.
were saying hi to people walking by.
We were converting people to Christianity.
Really?
Big Rick would be like, "Do you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ?" Like, yes, I do.
That's the first time you've done missionary in years. Come on, folks.
There's somebody that walked into a house and was like, "Honey, the weirdest gay couple just moved into the town."
At the same time,
I think they're both power bottoms.
Yeah. At the same time, we're outside drinking beers on the sidewalks. There's an Amazon package getting delivered, and we just look like fucking pirates.
Yeah, you're just waiting for it.
Porch
ready to
Pirates
go, dude.
coming
Yeah.
to a theater near you. Check out Porch Pirates, starring Matt Peoples and John Montague. Kind of.
Yeah, I wear a hoodie the whole time. You don't see a lick of my
you guys
face.
are in that too?
Yeah, we're kind of actors at this point. We're
Yeah.
kind of. You're in it as well?
No.
Oh, you
No,
said
I'm
two.
not in it.
Damn, you look disappointed.
No,
I apologize.
just
We're waiting for
because
the
I know
sequel.
a lot of people that have said they're in it. Yeah.
I mean, I was in it in the way that I would get a text that morning to be like, "Can you please come? Nobody else will do this." And I go, "All right, I'll be there." And then you dress up, and then you beat the fucking shit out of Ellie Summerlin because that's what Dorian tells you to do. He was telling me, he was like,
That's what
"You
your
need to
heart
like."
told you to do. Who the fuck are you kidding?
True. This is before we started shooting. He
That was your acting exercise? I like to go punch a lady.
do re si fa, you know.
Not a lady, Ellie specifically.
One of the sweetest women of all
New
time.
York.
Correct.
Unique.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, but that was like what I had to do. I was supposed to be the killer in the movie, and she was great about it. Where like I would go to, I was supposed to like
I was
push
looking
her up
forward
against
to
the wall.
seeing it.
Huh?
Spoiler alert, thanks.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
this,
he went on Eventbrite and bought tickets.
this is, these are
I got
early
the
leaks.
VIP package.
Did you really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't worry, just like Matt's comedy career, he doesn't end up killing, so we're good.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. He's a funny
wow.
comedian, everyone. Speaking
Maybe-
of funny comedians, we got Rick and Josh in the den. What are we calling this now? The dungeon?
The kissable area.
Bricktown.
Kiss area.
The kiss area.
The kissing corner.
The smooch room.
The kissing corner.
What would you name the smooch? The smooch dungeon? Kiss dungeon.
It's not getting better.
Area 51 kisses. Here it is. Okay, great. Anyway, we got Josh Ryan and Ricky P on the pod. Fellas, thanks for coming on, dudes.
Thanks for
Well,
having
thank you
us.
guys.
We're live. We're in charge. You guys were out pre-gaming. What a life to lead.
Just
Not too
stoop
shabby.
drinking. I
We
love a
started,
good.
we started driving, and I'm like, Josh looks at me, he's like, I don't even know where we're going. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know where I'm going either.
Yeah, that was my beat. I
They
got
just said Manioc.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
do.
mean, I had a 22-minute runway to
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
out what fucking specific address in Manioc I had to get to.
Cut to the two of you guys hammered, walking the streets, screaming Jay's name.
Yeah. I
Just
didn't.
singing the theme song to the podcast, opening someone opens the door.
When we walked out, Rick walks like an angry gorilla. He's the sweetest man in the world, but he's like if you didn't know him,
Yeah.
he'd be the most terrifying guy on the planet. And he goes, "It's 53, whatever this road is, whatever road we're on."
Yeah, don't give me the address.
Yeah, yikes.
Also,
And
I think Jay's social security number is.
well, I gave him the wrong number.
Oh, nice. So you guys went to the wrong house.
No, first we parked, and we parking here is insane.
Yeah.
And we go past a pretty decent sized spot. I'm like, I don't think you're gonna fit. And then we get this to the second spot, and it's
20
even,
feet later. 20 feet later,
20
I
feet
found a
away.
spot that was 20% smaller
And then
than
he's
the original.
fucking he's like Austin powering, fucking back and forth trying to.
Timeless bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
We got here at 6:45. We didn't show up to the house till 7:15. It was a good 40 minutes.
You got here
Of,
at 6:45.
fucking-
That was your collective weight, guys. What are you talking about? You guys got here at 7:30.
I had to
I
get
don't wanna
I
hear
asked
this
Ricky to
baloney.
get out of the car.
645 was your blood alcohol level when you got out of the car.
He's blowing a 6:45. He's the coolest fucking guy.
You know how I know I'm not drunk is if you saw how much wiggle room I had to park this fucking
You couldn't
car.
put a piece of paper on the front of the fucking.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I don't know how we're gonna get out.
Yeah.
I'm
Parallel
praying to
park, dude.
Jesus somebody's going to leave before us,
Yeah.
either in front or in back.
That leads me to my one of my new services that I think I've been brainstorming is it's like an Uber. It's like Uber, but what you do is you get a woman's son and you put her underneath of your car. And so you don't have to parallel park. You have the mother, they always say they get that like rush of adrenaline to move a car. She comes up, moves your car out of the parallel parking spot. You don't have to wiggle back and forth. Her son is safe. Everybody wins.
What do you think you could charge for a service like that? Because you're committing a couple of felonies. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
It's we're ballparking. Me and my investors are talking $240,000 per unit of sale.
After lawyer fees and plead
I like to
down,
think the
you
mom's
make some money.
just,
Yeah, we can
the
make it
mom's
happen.
just so happy to get her kid back that she's like, keep the money.
Yeah.
and
And well,
she
you
lets you
can-
keep it. She says donate it, but you don't.
And you can rate them. It's like Uber. You give stars. If she doesn't care about the kid that much, she
said
can't really
rate?
move the car. Rate.
Okay.
Rate.
All right.
All right. We are live.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There is going to be some moms that are like, I told you not to play on the fucking road. and
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
she's not going to care.
You do run the risk of mom being like, I don't even like that one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got 6 of them. That's the worst one.
I feel like Mama Irene would be like, no, he made his bed.
Yeah, you think your mom
If
can
you
live
get his
under a
bed, it's
couch?
under a
Yeah,
car.
under a
Lay
car
it.
now.
Dude, I would love to see. I don't even know what your mom looks like, but I'm picturing you with a little bit longer hair, lifting a beetle off of you, and you're just drunk underneath of it. It's not even stuck on you.
There's more GoFundMe money behind my death than fucking my mom picking the car up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think she's putting down on the GoFundMe death pool
Oh
for
yeah,
you?
yeah.
She's like, I had January.
My oldest son died. Yeah.
Yeah. God
Do you
rest
guys have a
his soul.
family death pool? Is that fucked up? Is that morbid?
No, I thought I was gonna be the next one to go this morning at 3 a.m. when I cracked my skull open. We can talk
Unbelievable,
that.
dude.
I thought I was next on the death pool.
I still don't understand why at 3 o'clock in the
All right,
morning
all right.
you were in your
Listen,
your living room.
sometimes at the ripe age
dining
of
room.
37, you have asthma attacks in the middle of the night because you have cats and you refuse to get rid of them and they sleep on your bed all day. And then you sleep in that bed at night and you wake up and your wife goes, you should probably go use your inhaler.
Sure.
To which I said, and I went downstairs. I use the inhaler, and sometimes I don't know. You guys asthmatic? You guys in the gang?
I used to be.
You got over it.
Did you
I
just
got over it.
decide you're no
She was
longer
kinda
asthmatic?
gay.
I'm not asthmatic anymore.
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't
it's not-
know it existed anymore.
I mean, I
That's,
did the
that's
same
my
thing with
thing.
sleep
dude.
apnea. I'm like, no, I don't.
I thought asthma was like a '90s thing.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get it until I was 30, so I'm really late to the game.
Yeah.
I like how you just looked in the mirror one day and you were like, stop. And then your
Yeah.
body just breathed good. it just transported to me. So, yeah, I'm down there.
It's like It Follows.
It's the smile movie.
It swallows.
It can't breathe.
As was scared to get caught by Rick.
True. Yeah.
So
Like, not
when
today.
you use a daily inhaler, if you have ever partaken,
you a
sometimes
daily one? A
I'm
daily
supposed to
guy?
be, and I don't use it, so that's probably why I can't breathe good. There's other reasons, but you also like sometimes you get lightheaded when you use it. So they say like if you do this, like do it sitting down or holding on to something. It's 3 a.m. I'm like I just
Jumping
wanna,
jacks. You just like
yeah, I
fucking who
want to
gives
do
a
this.
shit.
I hit the inhaler. I literally thought to myself, oh, I can breathe. And then I was just going backwards.
Did
And
you,
I
I'm
felt-
assuming you felt like someone getting shot, like they just dropped.
I don't even know. I want to see footage of this because I said to Matt, I was like, in my mind and like in, I don't know what happened in reality. It literally like happened like that. I hit the door to my basement in my kitchen, and then like jumped up, and I was like, oh my god! My wife came running down. She's like, what the hell? Like, what happened? And I'm like, I immediately went back here and put my finger into the cut. And I was like, yeah, I have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't think you have to go to the hospital. I like parted my hair, and she was like, you should probably like go to the hospital. I was grabbing my keys, and she's like, you're just gonna drive yourself? I was like, are you gonna go wake up a 3-year-old, explain to her why daddy's bleeding all over the kitchen?
You're talking to him like the
3
kid
in
from
the
Malcolm in the
morning.
Middle. You're like, I want to go to
Dude, I
the...
was. I was breathing fine at this point.
You fainted like a Victorian woman.
So I grabbed.
right into the stove.
Mercy me.
Yeah. I still don't know what I hit. I think I hit the door. But yeah, I drove through Camden, just holding the paper towel in my head. Ran like 3
One-handed.
red lights. Yeah.
Just fucking.
I ran 3 red
Ghost
lights
ride.
because years ago. So I used to work at Cooper Hospital, and I would like have to like get out late night. And I got pulled
They
over
tell you
one
to run
time,
the red
and a
lights.
cop pulled me over, and he goes, "What are you doing here in Camden at 2 a.m?" And I had scrubs on, and he's like, "Dude, just go."
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right." So I thought that, and I just ran 3 red lights going
Yeah.
into Camden. I got there, and they were just
Hang
excited.
your stethoscope from the rear view
Oh yeah,
mirror. And
they
then
were just
you-
excited that I
essential
wasn't a
worker.
gunshot victim or a stab wound. They're like, "Oh, normal injuries.
You're
Come
like
on
you're like
in."
asthmatic.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God, a pussy.
It's like this coward in. He's crying too.
There's a gangland shooting on Federal Street, so we're going to take care of those guys.
Yeah.
but we're going to
Yeah.
get to your little
We'll
boo
get
boo
to
in your head.
You know what
soon.
really,
get to you.
what really got me was the guy that came over. They sent over the nurse that like his only job is to wash out cuts. That's his nurse level. And he walked over and he goes, "Okay, where's your boo boo?" And I just wanted to swing on him so bad, but I was pretty woozy.
And then he picked out
also
3 different
couldn't breathe.
Band-Aids for you. I'll take the Cars one.
Oh, was that Lightning McQueen? Sick.
He was
Ka-chow,
always
let me
down
get one of those.
fast. He was like, yeah, he was
So
fast.
yeah, so they came over and they were like, all right, here's your options. I will say this is incredible. She goes, I was like, oh, you know, how bad is it? She goes, it probably would be a lot worse if you didn't have long hair. And I was like, so you're saying medically I should have long hair from now on? She was like, not at all. I'm not at all saying that. You should never have long hair. But in this scenario, it saved you from having a deeper cut.
It sounds like I would have died.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Oh,
it was,
yeah.
Especially
Bald
if you hit
guys,
the bald
you don't
spot
stand a
there,
chance.
right there.
Keep the lid on, dude.
just
Keep
when
the hats on.
just when they thought they liked you because you weren't a gunshot wound, you say something like that, and they're just like,
Yeah,
"Ugh,
I'm
fuck
running
it."
bits. It was terrible.
If I was your nurse, I would have just started
invited-
force shitting in front of you, just staring you in the eyes.
I was hanging up flyers to a Shock Drop show on Saturday. If you're watching this live, come on out Saturday, Collingswood, Shock Drop Comedy. It's sold out, so bring cash
okay.
and be nice
There we go.
at the door. But anyway, she was like, I could actually use some of your hair and tie it together and close the wound. And I was like, oh,
That doesn't feel professional.
yeah, that sounds
I
like
feel-
you're just trying to practice braiding hair at this
She's
point.
like a Skyrim nurse. Like a fucking,
Do you not have health insurance? Like, they were
my
like,
card, she was like,
kind
we
of
could give
medical-
you stitches.
like, bitch, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. Give me some fucking stitches.
So
Here's
she-
some dragon
Oh, yeah,
She
someone
tossed
took
on "Won't You Braid
took an
My
arrow
Hair"
to
by
the
R.
knee.
Kelly. But no, she was trying to braid my hair and trying to tie it off, and she goes, "Your hair just will not knot." And I'm like, "That's how white I am.
like,
I'm
"Thanks."
incapable of getting nappy hair."
He was double dutching while she was doing this.
So yeah, so they slapped some glue
You do
into my
have some
skull
very
and
white-
just sent me home,
Flowing hair.
brother. Don't I know it? You're welcome.
That's
You're welcome to
amazing.
be in the presence.
Josh, you had a nice hairline though. You could get
You
some
do.
fucking flow going.
Oh, I got it. Did you ever see a picture of me during COVID? I had an afro. Me and Lemaire, we did a backyard show at Cody Wright's house.
Yeah.
And 3 months after the pandemic, my hair grows like a fucking weed.
the
both
biggest
of us-
super spreader event in all of South Jersey. Everyone
Yes.
got COVID at that party.
He's there churning a cauldron, just making more coke.
When I tell
multiple
you
blunts.
everybody
Cody's-
in his fucking housing development came with a camping chair and a cooler of beer
Yeah,
and stayed in his
they're
backyard.
pinies,
Yeah, it
but
looked-
like
it sounded-
well-to-do pinies.
Yeah.
Like,
But I walked around and people would touch my hair.
oh, it
It
gets
was that
curly.
long?
It was, yeah.
I kind of remember this.
We
vaguely.
did, me and Lemaire did like a blind test to see which one of us was the black guy.
Yeah.
And it was harder to tell than you thought it should have been.
Josh is trying to throw people
After
off.
this, I'll show you a picture or I'll fucking give
You're
you
trying
one.
to throw people off. They touch your hair. You're like, God damn.
It's also it's the wrong part of the body to touch if you're doing a blind test on who's the
Well,
black
no,
guy. We're
'cause
like,
there's no
oh,
kid-
it's a black
yeah.
guy, yeah.
100,
Yeah.
nobody would have assumed I was a black man if there was other touching tests.
That's the only time people don't assume you're a black man.
Yeah, just my soul and my hair. Everything else is
And your name, you have a quarterback name.
Josh Ryan.
Two
That
first
is
name.
that is a
name?
I mean, there
quarterback
is a
name,
quarterback
dude.
named Josh Ryan. So.
Oh, is there?
Is it? Nah.
Matt Ryan. God damn it.
No,
I'm sure he's got
he's
a brother
not,
named
dude.
Josh.
He's such a baby
Can you
girl.
look up? I bet you at some point in history there was a quarterback somewhere named Josh Ryan.
I am related to Matt Ryan. He grew up in the Philly area.
Yeah.
I'm
no
not.
shit.
He's like my 9th cousin, twice removed, or some shit.
You have an uncle that's just lied to you
No,
for a lot of
I'm
years.
not related to him through a Ryan.
Are
Surname.
you related to Nolan Ryan as well?
Fuck
You claiming
off.
all of them?
Yeah.
Matt's related to all the people.
Wouldn't it be great
every
if,
person.
if Matt Ryan was a black quarterback and I was me and Matt Ryan are related?
Is there a Josh Ryan quarterback? Look at that. He's like a
Wow.
local,
Yeah,
a local
he
legend.
plays for fucking
He's got
Collingswood.
more,
Oh,
more
you guys don't
followers than
remember
I do.
TWU men's varsity football?
I think we're flirting with a crime watching this kid's highlights.
I'm pretty sure whenever it
No,
says
dude.
university in there, you don't have to also say varsity, right?
No, yeah, that's a good
You never
point.
list like, yeah, I'm university JV.
I will. He might have me on the 40-yard dash, but I have him on everything else.
What are you saying, dude? What
The
do you
bench
mean?
is squat, is clean.
Wait, does he have his
Oh, we're
numbers?
going to the stats. Okay.
Yeah. Every time I watch football or wrestling or something, I see someone's like stats, and I'm like, I'm bigger than that guy.
Oh
He's
my god!
5'8".
I saw it said. I didn't realize it said class of 2022. I thought that was like his combined like squat, bench, deadlift. Holy shit!
This
Just
is where we
wa-
just watched D3 football
Guys,
highlights.
quiet. Nobody said a
This is
goddamn
Josh
word.
Ryan. I'm actually related to a baseball player, Tom Paciorek, and he has the only perfect batting average of all time. He has a 1.
How? Just he
He hit
one at
one
bat.
time.
Nice.
1 for 1.
That's sick.
That fucking rules, dude.
Professionally,
Yeah.
that's pretty amazing.
Send him
That's
out.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit one time and that was it.
He
But
dropped the bat, walked away, walked to his car, drove away.
He's
Never
so
heard
out on
from
top,
him again.
dude.
It's Paciorek.
That fucking rules, dude.
Yeah, PAC. No, I get it. It's normal. IOR.
He wrote Tom Big Rick.
There you go, Tom Paciorek. Yeah, he.
Oh, Tommy P. Look at that guy.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
I was
Yeah.
about to shit on him. That just kind of looks like me.
He played in. He
I was
played
gonna
in
say,
Japan.
It's hard to find a whiter guy than you.
yeah,
We
it
found
is.
him.
I have
Yeah,
cousins,
that's
dude.
top notch white.
But
I got
yeah, there you go.
cousins.
Check his
There's tons of
stats
them.
out. His stats are pretty.
Actually, he looks like my white cousins I just went skiing with 2 days ago, which is the whitest
Oh
sentence you're
my
going to hear
god!
all
How'd you
day.
even do that? That was crazy.
I want to say he's like a commentator for the Chicago White Sox or something now,
He's
Fuck
too
outta here.
nice.
That's awesome.
something like that.
Give it up
Why
for
did
a
he
boy.
only play one game? Did he have
That I don't know.
injury,
I have no
gambling
idea.
problem?
I'm seeing a
I
career
don't know the
batting
guy.
average of 282 here, Rick. I'm calling bullshit on your Uncle Tommy.
No, it might have been. Maybe it was like a team. It might have been like one of the teams he played
Okay.
for. But yeah, he's in like the top stats of like batting average.
and you are related to him.
Yeah, through my last name. Yeah, through like because it's a weird story. It's a weird story.
You know, on account
It's a
of
weird
we're both
story.
humans. I mean,
What I was trying to say is I'm not related to Matt Ryan through the Ryan
No,
name.
it was so.
Fucker.
It's, I don't know how much time we have here.
we got all the
Not
time, buddy.
enough, dude.
We just watched Division III football for an hour and a half.
We just
What are you worried about? Boring
Our
us?
guests are just two blacked out guys. Be like, I got a last name like
Yeah.
other people do.
Yeah.
Lying about relatives. You're claiming people with the first name Ryan. Ryan Howard, actually a good cousin of mine. Not how names work, Josh.
How do you spell the last name? P-O-C?
Oh, God.
Somebody asked me before, they said, are you related to Ryan? I forget who. And I was like, yeah, like they thought, oh, I thought that was your first name. I was like, do you think people with
Ryan
first
Joshua.
names
Ryan
are?
Joshua sounds pretty sick. You would be like a
That's real
cute TikToker.
Japanese, dude. They're right into
Ryan
it.
Joshua, yeah.
Ryan Joshua.
Just
Son.
Ryan Osama.
It ended with son.
Yeah, son.
Son.
Ryan
Osama.
Joshua sounds like you're a religious TikToker.
I would do that.
Like you're doing pranks at Walmart, but then you're also like in the name of the Lord.
Yeah. This dude, I love this. There's this kid on TikTok that I keep watching where he goes into Walmarts and he'll go up to like, it's not funny, but he goes up to older women and he'll give them like an iPhone and he'll be
Oh.
like, this is like a free thing that we're giving out. And it's just an iPhone that he took from Walmart. And then you just watch her walk out and then the alarms go off and they're like, ma'am, you're stealing.
My favorites are the one they'll like slip random shit in their pockets.
Yeah.
Like the one was like, he slipped a hot dog in the guy's pocket, and then we tried to interview the guy, and was like, "Yeah, let me see your, take your phone." And he pulled out a fucking raw hot dog out of his pocket. He's like, he put it right back in his pocket.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not weird to that
Yeah.
guy. He's like, I mean, yeah, I rip a pocket dog.
And the guy
every
was
now
like,
and
"Is that
then.
a hot dog?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't know where it came from." I don't know.
You can't have dog box.
I can't stand the I gotcha TikTok people.
Yeah.
And I
there's
know
two
One
there's
of
an
them has
age
to get
gap.
shot, right?
Yeah.
There needs to
So
be one
there's
that's
one
shot.
that has gotten shot, and
Yeah.
it's the only video of those kind of videos that I've liked. He's fucking with the guy. Fucking with the guy's like, "Hey man, I don't want." Keeps bothering him, and the guy pulls out a gun, shoots him in the abdomen, he
Oh
drops.
yeah, he dies, right?
And I love that video.
Yeah, that's classic internet.
It was in like a mall or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that quite a
Yes,
bit.
like in these little punks, like they'll put a bucket over somebody's head and then change their jacket. Every once in a while, one will come up and the kid just gets cold cocked, like this 19-year-old kid.
Do you
gets-
hate watching them because you feel like you're a target for those?
I don't want like I'm a big believer in you shouldn't be fucked with. If you set yourself up to be fucked with, that's your problem. If you're a heckler at a show
If you
or
set
something,
yourself up to get pranked,
if you sign up to be on the Jersey Shore and they film you drunk and stupid, you've kind of signed up for
The
that.
greatest
But
prank of
if
all
I'm
time,
at
the
fucking
Jersey Shore.
Target, yeah. Like,
Speaking
but if
of
I'm
drunk
at
and stupid.
Target,
true, and especially because when you're in a Target, like you're never in your. That's always my
I'm in
worry. Is like
sweatpants
you're
and just-
you're getting good footage of me picking my nose in 3 different aisles,
we're out.
and it's gonna be. I'm wiping them on Cheez-Its, and it's gonna be a problem.
yeah, like there's an inherent understanding if you go to a comedy club, you're gonna get fucked around with potentially, or if you go. But if you're going to Target, like just some young punk to get fucked, who's gonna have more views and followers on TikTok than I ever will, despite me being a student of my craft.
Oh,
He's a
mine's
student of
trained
his.
actor.
You think that kid's not going to TikTok prank open mics and running bits? He's going in there. He's like, all right, and guys, and then after that, I'm gonna throw a trash can on his head.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
like, what if the trash can was full of hot dogs? Like, they workshop it.
There are the pranks. I've seen like pranks where like this one kid, I think he got charges pressed against him. He just went up to an older guy at a park and just smacked the shit out of him from behind.
That
I
shit
saw a
really
guy-
bothered-
Yeah.
like, it fundamentally
It's crazy.
bothered.
Yeah, it's
Was
nuts.
it you? Did you repost one day? Somebody posted one of a guy that was just going around giving people stone cold stunners, like in public. And one of the guys was blind. He just went up to a guy with a cane and hit him with a stunner at an intersection.
Yeah.
And the guy just crumbled.
Yeah, but are they? I think the blind are getting coddled.
You think they got a little too easy in this world? We should be hitting more blind people. That should be the test if you're blind. If you get hit with a stone cold stunner and you don't like flinch,
That's like burning
They're
a
always
witch
testing.
alive, and if she doesn't die, she's a witch.
the
That's
new
very-
witch trials need to be
Yes.
for the blind. I
Just
agree.
RKO on everybody.
Yeah.
Dude.
Out of nowhere.
The Psalm witch trials. Yeah.
How about that killer internet prank that guy just pulled where he set himself on fire in front of an embassy 2 days ago?
that was nuts.
You guys
Happened
see
again?
this?
That happened a few years ago,
Happened
too.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Active U.S. Air Force guy, just walking up, and he's like calmly videoing himself, and he's like, I just can't stand by while my country does this anymore. Sets himself on fire, but right before he does it, you hear the security guard go, "Hey man, hey, you good? You need any help?" And
Yeah.
he's just like, "Free Palestine!" Starts screaming it. Then the first thing the cop that comes on the scene does, while the guy's laying there ablaze, is points his gun at him and says, "Stay on the ground," while the guy's just on fire.
That sounds
nuts.
right.
There's
Yeah.
already like hilarious art that people have drawn of a cop like fumbling his gun, pointing it at a guy on fire.
Yeah.
Like,
He might have done something. He might
Yeah, it's
have,
I
crazy.
don't care about anything enough to set myself ablaze.
No.
I don't. There's no. I have points of views and beliefs, and none of them would compel me
what
to
if
set
you
myself
did it
on
and it
fire.
was just you going, "Only you can prevent forest fires. Only you can
True.
prevent forest
Yeah.
fires." Or a good
That's-
smoky.
and then you start a forest fire.
Yeah.
my rotting 250 pounds of flesh.
Yeah.
And that's how the Pine Barrens were no more.
And that's the origin of the Great Jersey Fire of
I
24.
found
A
out.
true slash and burn.
I found out I might be too big to be cremated when I die because I might start a grease fire.
no fucking way, dude.
It'll take you in pieces.
It's not that you're too big. It's that your body mass index is all fucked.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna be fucking stuff me
Too
in that
much
motherfucker,
bacon
dude.
grease,
Like,
baby.
Yeah,
Wait,
dude.
who told you? Who told you?
I read
that?
it online. I don't
Just
know if
like
it's
a
true or
waiter, and
not.
he's like, "So we're gonna bring
read
more
it online.
bread."
His Uncle Tom told him.
My Uncle Tom.
I'll be back with the bread. You could never be cremated. Start a grease fire.
Hey, Rick, 2 things you got to know. I never struck out, and they're not going to fit you in one of those fucking ovens. Jesus.
They're like, they're still gonna die in a grease fire. I was like, I don't know. I said he's bringing bread. I heard.
Please give me my 2
That's
slices, Tom. and
crazy,
Leave me the
dude.
fuck alone. Thank you.
Wait, for real? Who told you that?
I've read it online.
Okay,
somewhere,
true.
yeah. There's like
We can find a
a
way.
lot of things that I can't do. I can't go like paragliding. Too
Okay.
big. I can't like jump
What's
out
the
of
weight
planes or
limit?
nothing. I think it's like 250.
You should get
Oh,
down
wow.
to like
I'm getting closer.
251 and then show up in a trash bag suit and just start doing push-ups and be like,
Just
get the
sweat it
scale,
out. Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. Senior year of
Sweat it out.
We'll have
varsity
a
wrestling.
UFC weigh-in.
Jokes on them at the top of the paraglider thing. You're
Yeah.
just eating. And they're like, wait, what? Where did he get that sandwich?
Shows out to be weighing the Speedo, and he's like, yeah.
That's one. Like every couple of years, one of those just cuts loose from the boat and people just sail off into the sky in the Caribbean. Is that the paraglider? Is the one where you're from the back of the boat?
Yeah.
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 I wanna,
Every once in a
I
while,
wanna,
because
like,
it's
jump
just.
out of a plane or something. I'm too big for that too.
Would
Jumping
you
out
want
of a
to, though?
plane. I think I would.
Yeah.
Would you really?
I would
Yeah.
never sky. I don't think I could do it. That's another.
Yeah.
Somebody a guy splatted last year down in South Jersey.
I know.
My buddy lives right near there, and he sees like all the parachuters every once in a while, and he said that people like looked over and they were in his neighborhood and were like, "Well, that guy," and then just was gone. No shoot through the tree line. Splat.
I was told they bounced when they hit the ground.
Probably.
Oh my God.
You probably get a little bit of bounce.
That's the same
that.
website you found out you can't get cremated.
That's a
Just say
terrible.
Reddit, Rick. Just say Reddit.
Yeah.
Just getting high as shit and be like, can I even get cremated? I was just like, we've all been there before. Oh my God, I don't know if I can
Am I
get cremated.
cremated right now?
That's why our last podcast. I didn't realize that when you get buried, the coffin stays in the ground. Did you guys know this?
What do you think? Do you think it's a lease? Do you think
Everybody's giving me shit about
This
this,
is
dude. I
incredible.
didn't
Rent them.
know.
Don't they rent
How
them?
wait, we do have to
That's
cut
what
a reel of that,
that
by
is
the way.
exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Rick
I
says,
thought
don't they rent them?
I thought they rented the.
So you rent them for like the service, but
viewing.
they put you in something.
That's true.
Oh, you're not in the casket?
Sometimes you can rent one. Like but we rented one for my dad because we were cremating him. So
Yeah.
like you rent it for like the afternoon, and then even on that they try to sell you on like, well, you can rent the $10,000 one. You're like, whatever the cheapest is, dude, and
Yeah.
just surround it in flowers. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can rent one. You
That
don't-
casket had some bodies on it.
in it.
That's
what
I never
caskets do.
thought of that. Two guys used this before.
it's a loaner.
There's like a Carfax of it. Like a,
Rick, we are two minds alike,
The
dude. I was saying the
suspension
same
is
shit,
just
dude.
fucked on this thing.
I'm so happy to hear you say that, dude. I was sitting here like a friggin' fool the whole
High
time.
mileage caskets, dude. You're kidding?
oh my
High mileage
God.
casket is a great used car commercial sketch. What can I do to get you in this nice
Just
1997?
blistered wood on the corners and shit. And
You'll
like,
see here, there's a lot of widow tears have worn away the wood on the side.
It's just a hitman just like violently killing people.
Yeah.
What
like
do
a-
I have to do?
looks like an old bar ledge. It's just like paint fucking missing.
Yeah, somebody elbows there
Yeah.
for the elbow sit
Yeah,
on
dude.
it.
I think you should be able to get buried standing up, and they just lower you in like when they lowered Han Solo into the carbonite in Star
just
Wars.
like that.
They slowly lower you by Ave Maria is playing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all of my aunts and uncles are
Yeah,
crying.
fill mine with concrete.
Dude, I want to be shot out of a t-shirt cannon at a Sixers game.
Oh,
When
that's a
I'm
good
dead,
one.
dude, launch me into the upper echelon.
Or even just like the human cannonball cannon. They're like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a switcheroo. A guy goes in and he comes out of a trap door.
Yeah.
And then out goes your body.
That's what I want. I want to get launched into a rich guy in
We
fucking
glue a
courtside.
ball to your hand so you still hit one last dunk.
Just
like
my
hip-hop.
pale, soft penis touching a grown man courtside.
I want an old school like Rasputin funeral, like in the woods. I don't want my ligaments cut. I want to like literally like sit up while I'm burning.
You really do love metal because you know what Rasputin's funeral looked
Oh,
like,
I, have
which
him I
sounds
have him tattooed on my body.
that
dude.
sounds
shit.
like a Swedish metal
Yeah.
band. I'm actually going to
Yeah.
see Rasputin's funeral with Cannibal Corpse next weekend. Wait, you have a Rasputin tattoo on your
Yeah,
arm?
dude.
Did he
Hold on, I
predict
gotta-
it? Ooh,
Let's get eyes on this.
That's that one, right?
That's Nostradamus.
Ah, damn it! Wasn't Rasputin all about predicting stuff
shit.
too?
Yeah, he
Bro,
was-
that's Jesus.
That's
What are you
Charles
talking about?
Manson.
That's Rasputin, dude.
Charles
So
Manson.
I'm assuming everyone here knows about Rasputin.
His second album was good, but like,
I don't know.
I think he lost it after
So he
went
was
pop.
he was a like a Russian monk, and he pretty much so back in the fucking early 1900s. This is back when they were like the king would still go first on a horse in war, right? So
Oh, yeah.
So the king left, and he pretty much cured the king's son of like polio or some shit. So they're like, "You're moving the fuck in, dude. You're moving in the castle."
you
You're
think it
living-
was just like a stroke of luck?
Yes,
Oh,
for
The
sure.
polio just went away, and he
100%.
was like, "Great
He
timing."
is, he's my favorite narcissist. That's what I tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Ricky, I thought I was your favorite artist.
Number 2.
Well, he didn't show you his other forearm where he has Joshua Ryan on there.
Guess who's not getting in my car on
Yeah.
the ride home?
He's just-
If you have a tattoo of my face.
the other tattoo is just a random dude. And he's like, I'm actually related to this guy.
Also,
Got
do
the
you guys?
batting average down here.
Yeah.
Do you know Rasputin had a 344 batting average career?
I was hammered one time. We were talking about Fidel Castro, and I told.
Damn, aren't white guy hammer conversations the best?
man.
Dude, I was shit faced one time, and we were talking about Che
I
Guevara.
told two drunk
Guevara?
white guys that were about my age at the airport. Fidel Castro was a very accomplished minor league baseball player, and they
Yeah.
went, "For real?" And I went, "Yeah." Made it up. I don't.
Yeah.
That's not true. That's
like-
100%
You're
not
like,
true.
his son, Justin Trudeau, plays in the minors. But
That's
so
it?
Rasputin
You
is
just left
so he's
it
a
there?
kingly.
Sorry.
We have a kingly.
So he cured
Yeah.
the son of everything, and then they moved him in, and then the king went out to war. The queen was in charge. The queen had no idea what the fuck she was doing.
Getting
Hot as
low.
hell.
I mean, isn't
and,
that how it
and
works?
Rasputin was like, "Don't worry, I got it from here."
Let's go.
Was fucking the queen the whole time. Yeah,
Going
dude.
down on her in the 1600s.
He's pretty much
which is-
he took down the whole Russian monarchy by himself.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
By himself.
And wasn't it like they tried to kill him like 3 different times,
yeah,
right?
so they tried to poison him with like some type of like breads and tea and whatnot. Didn't kill him.
So they didn't understand poisons at all.
Yeah,
They're like,
they
let's
they
give him a
come
bunch of
back up,
bread
he,
and tea
like,
and see if that takes
Maybe
him
he's got
down.
a gluten
everything.
allergy.
They poisoned in the bread would soak it up.
For
Yeah.
It was,
celiac.
and it was like cyanide or something. Like they were like
Okay.
literally, so they
But it was back then cyanide, so it
Yeah.
was just pretty much Tylenol. Like,
yeah. Didn't kill him. They ran back upstairs. Was like, the guy's not dead. So somebody was like, fuck this. They went down with a gun, shot him. He hit the ground. They're like, we killed him. He's dead. They go back down there. He's not on the ground. He's behind the door. He pushes the guy, runs up the steps, runs out the castle. And
So he's a little trickster too.
They shoot him in his back. They roll him up in a carpet and throw him off a bridge in St. Petersburg. And then they said when they found his body, it looked like he was trying to get out of the carpet. Yeah, so his people,
so he might still be alive today. We're not sure.
So the Jason Bourne franchise is based off of.
monks in training that found his body. They took him out in the woods. They burned him. But they didn't know anything about fucking cremation or anything back then. So you're supposed to cut all the ligaments, your elbows, your knees, everything, because when you burn a body, everything curls.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So they didn't cut anything; it just burned his fucking body. So they said when they were getting rid of his body, he actually sat up and turned his head at everybody.
Oh, everything just. Yeah.
Holy shit,
Cool
dude.
shit,
That's
dude.
so sick.
Cool
Dude,
as fuck.
Rasputin rules.
That
All
did
right,
that.
I'm all
Rasputin
in.
rules, dude.
Yeah, I'm all in on that.
Who was the actress that did that? As they were putting her in the ambulance a couple years ago. She drove her car into a house and caught fire. And Jay, can you look this up? Just look up actress sits up in
Yeah, that'll
ambulance.
do it.
I couldn't think of the word ambulance.
Hey, please get my uncle off the.
So whoever, I forget who it
We
is.
gotta get him out of
She
here.
crashed her car. Here it is. Anne Heche. Anne Heche crashed her car into a house, and as they're putting her into the ambulance, her body bag sits up, just out of nowhere. I like to think it was she wanted to get one last. Here it is. Look there. She just sat up. That was so quick. I think it's also just the angle. Have you guys ever seen this?
No.
I think she was just
Ford Flex I've ever seen in my life. By the way,
That's
dude.
how my girlfriend fucking drives everywhere, dude. It's terrifying.
Well, you have a real Anne Heche on your hands. You do look like a. Was Anne Heche the one that was with Ellen? Or that's Portia de Rossi. I always
Yeah,
get
it's
them mixed
Portia.
up.
You are gay, dude. How do you know
bad at
all this
names.
stuff? That's a gay sentence. That's nuts.
You don't know the most famous
Wasn't
lesbians
Anne
of all
Heche with Anna
time?
DeRossi or Ellen?
You don't have hair like this and not know you're lesbians, okay?
Dude, that's nuts.
Matt, you're talking to the ice dyke over here. Dude, this was incredible. Last show of hosting for the whole weekend, I decided to try a new joke at Helium this
That was
past
nuts,
Saturday.
dude.
And the one tag involved the
Big
line
balls.
ice dyke, and it just did not go over well. But I just heard Matt and Zach Comer in the back just cackling. I was like, that's who it was for there at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pulled her out, and then right as she's going into the ambulance, I think it's just like the paramedics were really shitty, and they bumped the stretcher, and it made her sit up. But yeah, it was
It's like
How
the
do you
last
keep
time.
up with all this? I don't.
You don't have Reddit?
I do, but
You don't watch Fox News, dude? You
yeah.
not yet. Give me a couple of years.
Now we're talking.
This was before Fox News was just all politics. Well, I think it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It was all politics.
She was an
Fox News
actress.
has been all politics
Yeah.
since 1994. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man. I don't know things. I know
She's
about,
on-
I know about
this
Anne
is
Heche's
how-
death.
This
That's
is how
it.
behind the times I am. I just watched.
So she is
Just
dead.
voted for Trump.
Yeah, I was wondering, she is 100%
She's
dead.
100% dead.
She's dead.
Okay.
Wow. R.I.P. to the girl.
99% sure.
So that was just like shock.
All right, ready here. It's coming up. So
She's
they're wheeling
dead.
her
I
out.
didn't know she
Strapped
was
down,
sick.
though.
I think she was dead. Yeah, she's all wrapped
Yeah,
up.
dude, you can't be that alive like that.
They don't put a sheet over
They
your
just
face
fucking
when you're
pull
alive.
her back down and put her back in.
She's even
Like,
strapped down there, so I don't know
Yeah.
how she did sit up. This is we gotta get to the bottom of this.
The irony, she's actually too tiny to cremate.
Yeah, this is like remember
Yeah,
when they
she's like
thought
3 Ricks.
remember when they thought Michael Jackson wasn't dead and they're like, oh, that was somebody else's body they were pulling out of the house.
Oh, yeah. The MJ stuff's not. You guys see what's going on with P. Diddy?
What the fuck?
Oh, hold on now.
Yeah, so she sat up, and I think that was like her
Jesus.
last. I think she died right after that.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, see, you're not gonna sleep right tonight. You guys are gonna wake up
Yeah.
with asthma attacks now.
Wow.
Rick, you're sleeping over, buddy. Oh,
That's crazy, dude.
scary.
I think that's just
I'd
bad
put one
paramedics.
right-
They were like, yeah, just call her dead,
that
dude. I
guy
don't know.
is a gangster.
That's
that
when you-
They're
firefighter,
like,
he's
get
like,
in, dude. Yeah.
That's when you
Sit
put one
the
between her
fuck
fucking head.
down.
Oh my God, with these actresses.
I don't know. Who's your favorite other than Rasputin death?
Dude, it's fucking every single actor that was in Planet of the Apes. I watched that entire trilogy this weekend. Have you guys seen the Planet
One of
of the
my
Apes movies?
favorite movie franchises of all
Dude,
time.
what's
the new
nicer?
one, right?
It's
Not the
so
fucking,
good. Nah, not that old fucking
not the
Mark,
shitty one?
Mark
Okay.
Wahlberg one.
That's not the old. The old ones. Were
No, the
like
old ones from like the
Charleston Heston.
'60s.
Well, yeah, of course, the
My
original
grandfather
ones.
liked that movie, and I feel like I've watched
Which
it.
They were
they're,
not-
they're
yeah.
not that great either.
Those
so.
felt subtly racist the whole time. I couldn't get past.
Subtly
just,
racist?
Yeah, okay.
You knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I was picking up what they were putting down. But the new ones, dude, I'm watching that. And I'm like, yo, are these apes hot?
Oh,
Yeah,
They're giving you cute
Caesar's
apes?
jacked and diligent. I was like,
Is there any
God,
cute lady apes?
No,
Just like BBL lady
Well,
apes?
I don't think he was
No.
getting into the male apes.
no.
He
I
just
like,
said Caesar.
Caesar,
That's
dude.
a
He's the
guy.
main guy, bro.
Yeah.
And you have a crush on
Matt just
He
loves
was just
power.
he led for his people, dude.
Yeah, Caesar's one of my favorite like movie characters of all time.
Yeah, he was too nice,
yeah,
dude.
bro.
the
Like when he
gorilla
talked,
Caesar?
when he talked in movie, he's like, no.
And I was sitting there, I felt something move, dude. I was like,
Fuck, yeah, I got chills in my back.
I was
and
like,
everything,
hella. I
dude.
felt like John, dude. I was like, hella.
I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna need glue
Dude,
in my
I'm in a
head.
fucking basement in Philadelphia. One guy's into gay ladies. One guy's into fucking gorillas.
Come on, dude.
Terrified.
I'm
Have
the
a little
first
fun,
guy
dude.
that's into gay ladies.
Let your hair down, dude.
Josh, let me introduce you to a little corner of the internet called lesbian porn.
All right, can I ask you a serious question? So,
No.
I am a subscriber of the Pornhubs. That's where I get
pay?
my stuff. No, no.
But you have a username?
No.
You log in every day?
He comments.
You had
It's
to
like,
jerk
what
off not to
name,
converse with
please?
other fucking pervs,
What is
right?
my password?
Name of actress. Name of actress.
Yeah.
Name of actress.
So,
Anne Heche dead, but not totally dead.
because I don't pay for premium, they
Yes.
put ads like a YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what I clicked on inadvertently. Before it'd be a lot of like tranny, definitely titties, nice, pretty, and then a dick, and like, hey, and like, oh man, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, click. And now it's just straight up dudes. It was like, experiment your wild side, and it's guys hotter than Matt. Just like
No, you reached, you
What did I do?
finished, you beat the lady level of porn.
Yeah, dude.
There's
You know, it
You
goes
beat
by
the
like,
final boss.
Does this happen?
You took down the
Does this
bowser of
happen?
lady porn, and now you have to move on to the next level.
Do I
You're in the dungeon
have
now.
to do? Do I have to watch gay porn now?
If you want
Yes.
to continue the journey, yes, for
I
sure.
just
If I'm
want to
not
go
mistaken,
back.
the website goes by cookies and like remembers.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's what I thought too.
Oh, when you get on there, it's cupcakes. It's your best cookies, dude.
Look, when I'm drunk, I get into some weird stuff. I haven't
Wait, I
gotten
can't-
into gay stuff yet.
I haven't followed the story. You were hammered and you watched gay porn. Is that
No, no, I did not. I'm saying the ads before I watch regular.
Oh, okay.
Is that
Yeah, try
offensive
your
to call
wild
it
So
regular?
what you're saying
Yeah,
is,
Probably
what you're saying is, you accidentally came to an ad. you
We've all
accidentally
been there,
came to an
dude.
ad of dudes.
I was not turned on. I'm not upset.
Okay.
I just want to know the rationale behind it.
I think it should. I really think it's they're just looking at your algorithm. They're like, he's watched all of it. I mean,
No.
we got to give him something new. Or they're just looking at the other stuff
I
you look
haven't
at.
even gotten as vanilla
You know how
as
they
Thai
say,
lady
like,
boys. Why are they said it's just men now?
You know how they say that
not
like
all the time.
Instagram can track your eye and it sees like where you stay on something long enough. Have you ever heard that?
Yes.
So they're doing that, and you're just watching a bunch of Eagles footage, and they're like, he's looking at a lot of butts and tight spandex. Let's just toss him
Well,
one of
no,
these.
you know where a football player is moving based off of his hip movement, not his eyes, not his head, not his shoulders. If you juke,
Yeah, so you're focusing
Follow
on
the
a lot of
hips.
hips.
Follow the
Yeah.
hips.
Yeah, well, those hips followed you right to XNXX, buddy.
and now I got
And those
a
hips don't
bunch-
lie. More at 10. Anyway.
Okay, well,
So you guys, just to be clear, you guys don't have gay.
not
promos.
a single one ever, no matter whatever.
Seriously?
For
I'm still
sure.
rocking the
I
same
would,
VHS I've had since 8th grade. I just
I
keep
usually,
rewinding
I usually
that
get
bad
pretty
boy.
upset. Like there's like ads above the video sometimes, and it's usually just like a dude whacking his wiener. I'm like, scroll up a little bit so you can avoid it.
They're always
How
just,
is
do
that
you want
not
to
a
come more?
gay? You guys are leaving me on a fucking island right now.
Because
And
you're
you're
talking
literally saying the same thing that happened to
Josh,
me.
you're saying you're waiting for your video
no,
to
no,
load.
you said,
and then you click,
Yeah.
you click skip ad.
Yes.
Okay, when the
After
issue
a
is,
period of
I'm talking
time.
the
about-
issue is,
I'm talking
when
about
you-
the banner ad.
yeah, where
How
it
is
says
that different?
because that's
I
like
can't
you wanna,
skip it.
right?
That's a fucking.
You got to
You
go
got-
full screen to
But
avoid.
why would
Yeah.
they put
yeah.
that?
Yeah, dude.
Why would they put that banner on your?
Because
thing?
only I don't want to say only men watch porn, but they know why we're here.
It's not. I'm not.
They-
I'm not there to watch other men masturbate.
All my ads are
Josh
that
is like,
same
so when
one.
it gets a skip ad and you got to lick your phone to skip the ad, why does it keep coming back to
Does it know that I'm touching my balls? When
all
the
my
ad's
ads are
playing?
that Semen X
like a
thing where
little-
it's like, do you want to come a whole lot more? And I'm like, no. If I could,
All right.
less
So
would be
by
great.
your logic, do you not come a lot?
No, I do. I made a
Then why do you
trial.
have
It's
that?
like, if
I mean,
anything,
I made
it's
a
too
human.
much.
I don't know.
I get
These
those ads a
advertisers
lot,
know us
too.
better than we do, is what I think.
It's
so I think
terrifying.
deep down, these advertisers are like, this guy just wants to kiss a nice little supple boy.
Yeah, Google,
I've
Google
never-
knows me
Fun.
better than my girlfriend.
I've
dude.
never questioned if
100%.
I was gay or not, or had gay feelings.
Okay.
Waiting for the butt.
Pornhub is-
Until
But
No, and then I'm like, I had a serious conversation with myself.
Okay.
that's
I was
fine.
like,
you got to check in with yourself every once in a
maybe
while. You got to have
I'm
a
a
little,
gay now.
You got to have a little State of the Union with you every
That'd be
once in a
sick,
while,
dude.
Yeah.
And then I
Try it
was
out.
like, no, it's not.
Your girlfriend would
not.
love it.
True.
Oh, she
If I was gay,
Your girlfriend would love if you were gay.
Oh yeah,
I would
dude.
Dude, that's
love if she
all
was
girls
gay.
want is a gay friend
Yes.
that they sometimes get to have sex with.
When you've been together for more than a year, they're just like, I wish this guy would turn gay so I could sleep with somebody else.
Why do you think I grew
think,
my hair
yeah.
out and act real effeminate now? It's all for
you
my wife.
are gay.
Yeah, well, there's that.
It's okay. I didn't love you any less.
Nah, dude, the ads I get ads for like Tucker Carlson interviewing Putin, dude. I'm smart as hell.
Matt's just jerking off to Fox News.
I jerk off to JP. I'm like, whoa.
Matt's jerking off to
pronouns.
pictures of the new Trump shoes that got sold out in like 7 minutes.
True.
We can talk about those. You see those bad boys? Those
Who do you
sweet
think
golden high
got
tops?
a pair of those that we
All
know?
the richest white men in America.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I just want to see a pair on the court.
Oh, yeah. Who in the NBA is going to rock them?
Yeah.
True. They should be
who-
more politician shoes.
Is there any MAGA guys in the NBA?
Kyrie Irving might rock a pair of Trumps.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
and I'm
true.
a Mavs fan.
Oh, true.
No, I don't think Cuban would allow that.
True. That is. I never really thought about that. It's Kyrie, who's an anti-Semite, and fucking Luka Doncic, who's Slavic, who is an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
They're like that. That team's got to be a weird hang.
And they're in Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
Yes.
kind of made for that.
The
They're
middle
like-
of Texas.
Wow, that's hilarious. I hadn't thought about that.
Oh yeah.
Wow, yeah. No, I do like the idea of politicians having their own. Like, these are the Elizabeth Warren ones. These are the the HC
The
ones.
moccasins.
Yeah,
You got
dude.
the Pelosi 7s on right now.
No, these are
Because you're a dumb
these are
bitch
the Warren
anyway.
twos, bitch. These are Native American inspired. Look at that.
No, they're not. No,
These
they're
are
not.
moccasins.
Stolen. I don't think anything's ever inspired by the Native Americans. It's all stolen, brother.
I was telling Josh on the way here that the other night when we were waiting for SNL, that we were like dying to get the TV on.
Yeah.
As he was still on stage.
Dude, it was a pretty
We're sitting
surreal
there
moment.
fucking-
Rick and I
Yeah.
got to watch Gillis's SNL monologue in the green room at Helium.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
And he
awesome.
looked at me
That's
and he was
awesome.
like, hey, we're the only two dudes doing this right now. And then an ad
Yeah.
came on for gay
so
porn
sick.
and we took
Yeah.
our shirts off.
Yeah,
And Josh popped up out of nowhere.
You're gonna tell me zero gay things happen to that green room while everybody's out at the bar?
No, we just cried a little bit, happy tears. I ended that show so quick. I walked out. I was like, "You guys are great. You've been back. See ya." Like it just ran off.
Oh, they were flickering the fuck out of that red light, dude. Trying to get him off.
Yeah, he ran. The headliner just kept running the light. He's like,
Yeah.
"I don't care. I'm not gonna go watch a monologue."
Yeah, you can't blame him. But that was sick as hell watching it there.
So cool.
Yeah.
The whole hang was incredible.
Yeah.
When you're there at Helium watching Shane Gillis SNL monologue, you've had 13 beers. Not a lot of things get. You're
I
hanging
do
with the
regret
comics.
I got some FOMO from not going.
I
was good
purposely drank Bud Light all night.
Yeah.
For the occasion.
In honor, yeah. True.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it safe to say that you're a FOMO-sexual now? Come on.
FOMO section.
Yeah, just Rick's drinking Bud Lights using Asian slurs.
I
Just
can't believe
Just trying to fit in.
Rick will not stop ordering Bud Rights. It's right because it's made for Republicans.
conservatives, yes, of course. Yes, but of course, Bud lefts.
Dude, I
Way
was,
to
I
thread
was-
that
I
needle,
was-
Montag.
Look, sometimes the synapses connect. Is that words that
No,
make sense?
you fucked that one.
Yeah, I have a concussion. It's bad. I brought sunglasses just in case his light was going to make me have a seizure.
It's probably not a bad move.
Well, I mean, if you do hit your head, this isn't real brick.
True. My door was a real door that really fucked me up.
Yeah, it's wild, dude.
Yeah, I actually hate that
I
way,
see
way
the glue?
more, dude.
You got to really dig through the hair.
Come here. I want to go through those blonde.
This is good content.
Yeah, you have like dummy head now, where you
right
can put your
there.
head and your hand inside your head and just make you talk.
I don't want to.
It's like you're moving around a bunch of like baby doll hair, dude.
Yeah, you're right. I have luscious locks, guys. I'm sorry. All right.
you ever
I'm
do
doing
this?
this for all my bald friends. Every one of my bald friends makes fun of me. I was like, I'm doing this because you guys can't. It's the opposite of when everyone shaves their head for a guy with cancer. I'm growing it out for all my friends that can't grow hair.
I went from having like hair down to like the middle of my back to shaving it.
Yeah, you looked like Big J.
completely bald.
Okerson. I saw
Yeah,
that picture,
dude.
dude. You're
Yeah.
Big Gay Okerson. I see.
Yeah, but I started like thinning out up top here, and I remember I caught myself in the mirror, kind of fixing my hair to like not see fucking bald coming through.
that moment,
And I
yeah.
caught my eyes, and I'm like, "What the fuck what am I doing?" And I just shaved it all off.
That same
That
day.
moment.
Yeah.
that time,
Nice.
yeah, dude.
Good for you.
That's
Yeah.
good that you went hard commitment to that because it's when people try to hold on to it and they're like, it looks good. You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
go.
And then
Yeah.
Go down to the skin.
I mean, now I have this weird like Mean Gene Okerlund fucking hairline, which is kind of wild.
I love when people lose that and they grow this the fuck out.
A nice
The,
Costanza.
the
Yeah.
fucking the Louis C.K. fucking.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like Larry
dude.
David style.
Yeah.
You
Like
could,
back
I
in the
mean,
day.
but then you got people like Stavros Halkias, like thought he was bald and then jokingly was like, "I'm gonna grow my hair out," And then turns out he's like, I have way more hair than I thought I did.
I know, this is like a fucking front yard in Camden, dude. It's just fucking...
Oh,
like
so
a
I'm
few
driving through it while my
stragglers.
head's bleeding? Okay, cool.
Very patchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a mini pool in the front yard of your hair.
Yeah, dude.
I am nervous, and I'm worried about mine starting to go. I'd
Will
look at
you,
it every day.
Will you go
dude.
supplements?
I'd go supplements right away.
Yeah, there's so many.
You
side
gotta get ahead of
effects
it.
to
You
though.
gotta take them before.
got time. I think I'm
No, but that's when. It's when you say, I think I'm okay. That's when you got to start taking them.
Because if I lost it, and it was like beyond repair, killing myself.
You couldn't just wear beanies all the time?
I know for a fact if I lose my hair, I'm driving into a middle school.
Someone told me to get plugs, hair
You look
plugs.
like
I'm
you
there's
trained
no way.
Rocky and
The
then took all of
technology
his
has
steroids.
advanced. I've seen some people with good plugs.
Well,
I'm Mick, dude. You're saying I'm Mick? Dude?
on steroids.
I'm training fucking Rocky Road over
You
here.
do look like if,
You
if they
look
did,
like you
look
trained
like if they
Rocky.
did a Mick origin story, especially with that sweatshirt on.
Yeah, dude. If Mick worked at fucking Abercrombie and Fitch.
If Mick was in the MCU, it would be you.
Really
It
think
would
so?
just-
The MCU.
You
Mick.
look like you're about to eat lightning and crap thunder. It's basically
dude.
what it is.
That's insane. Dude, it's a cool look. I bought the beanie. I said we're trying it out, and I knew as soon as I saw you guys, I was
were
gonna
like,
get
"All right,
shit on
guys,
the whole time.
You walked into the house, you
Haven't
saw
said a
me and
word.
Rick and Jay. You're like,
Haven't said a
this is
word.
bad. This is a dumb idea. What did I do?
You woke up and you're like, "Ooh, the warmest day of the winter. Let me throw on a beanie finally."
Dude, I got my leukemia
It's
cap
actually
on.
a
Let me live.
shiesty. He's
You
illegal
wearing
to
that-
wear. And
You wearing that is like me wearing a fedora. Just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
not
would
saying
wear a
don't
fedora,
do it.
dude.
You wear a Jeff cap all the
I was
time.
gonna
That's
say,
one
yeah.
step away from a fedora.
No, it's not.
Dude, it's a Jeff Cap guy and fedora guy hang out very closely.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm a Jeff Cap guy.
Damn, you
I'm a
crush it
Patty
on St.
Cap guy.
Patty's Day, don't you?
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
me.
that's your day. You prep. Do you get a new hat for every St. Patty's Day?
No, I wear the hat that I
damn it.
purchased from Ireland and wear that
passed
one.
down.
Passed down
Passed
from
down.
from generation.
Oh, you have an
From
official.
Matt Ryan's
you have an
uncle.
official douchebag hat.
I do. Yo, anybody with that fucking haircut? Are you for real?
Luscious flowing locks, hockey lesbian. Yeah,
They were
what?
calling you Bradley Cooper Hospital, dude. You stink out loud.
That's a good one. Thank you. That was good. Matthew McConaughey crushed the other
Matthew
day.
McConaughey, that's pretty good. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, dude. The helium thing. Johnny Boy had a great set, man. It was nice.
Yeah, how
seeing
was
those
your
young
weekend?
It
guys
was fun,
shine.
man. It was great. It was John Heffron. It was cool to get to do like my first weekend hosting for a dude that like I've been watching since I was since 1996. I used to watch his Comedy Central Presents with my dad. All like Saturday mornings would always be on.
Yeah.
And I said that to him, and then he goes to me, "Yeah, what jokes were in that one?" I was like, "Oh man, I don't like remember the material. You're
Yeah.
gonna put me on the spot." I'm like,
Yeah.
I had to Google what year it was to not look like an asshole before I came in here.
Yeah,
But other
yeah,
than
yeah.
that, yeah, it was really fun.
That's actually an interesting. Were you guys? You're both comics. Were you guys like? Did you follow it before you started stand up, or was it kind of like I
Oh,
just want to
yeah.
do something that involves being funny?
No, stand-up comedy. I've been in love with stand-up comedy since
Yeah.
a kid.
Since,
my
yeah.
mom would play me George Carlin records.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bill Cosby records. Bill Cosby himself.
Whatever happened to him?
I got to be honest, clean comic.
Yeah.
He was not a big fan of George, who was my idol growing up, George Carlin,
George
because
Michael.
he was a little dirty
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the
George,
comedy
you gotta
albums.
stop talking about the poop and the butts. Meanwhile, he's balls deep in three passed
Yeah.
out ladies.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
George
also
was
the
a
guy who
monogamous.
told an entire generation to pull up their pants, and then he went and pulled down people's pants.
You know, he didn't.
Pulled up dresses.
Yeah,
He was also not a big fan of Eddie Murphy because he thought he was a
Well,
bad
Murphy
person.
kind of roasted him on every fucking special
Yeah.
he's ever had too.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I could see why he wouldn't be a fan of
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
That was
Also,
my
he was funnier than him.
that was my first thing with comedy. Was I accidentally watched Eddie Murphy's Raw on a Blockbuster tape that we bought.
You thought it was a different kind of. You thought it was
I
Monday
thought
Night Raw.
I thought I just thought it was a movie. I
can't wait
thought
to see what
I
Stone
thought it was
Cold's up
like
to
a
this
fucking weird cop movie like the rest
Another.
of it.
Yeah.
How far in were you? Like, does he ever just leave the
I'm
stage
like, this
and
is
the movie
great. Like
progresses?
the red suit's kind of weird, but this is fucking great.
Yeah.
What, Matt? When did you get into comedy? When you started doing comedy?
I watched like a John Mulaney special one time, and I was like, I could probably do that.
I can do that.
It's the psychotic bit. Yeah.
Was
like,
it new in town?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sat down and watched it with my sister. Oh, dude, you can't watch stand up with women.
Yeah.
You got to watch it with big burly guys. You got to sit
mean-
there in silence and go, "That's good."
Well, you came up at a weird time. Like you growing up was a weird time for stand up for you. Like because you and I are the same age, right?
Yeah,
Late
I just
30s.
turned 40.
Like we both grew up in that like when Dane and you're right on how old are you?
35.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
Dane Cook when he blew up, like that was big for
Yeah.
like I was in college when that happened, so it was like everybody I knew had that DVD, had the CD. Like
I didn't.
But I'm
I
saying like
loved-
that, like he blew up,
LimeWire,
and it's
baby.
like it made
True
it made like
LimeWire,
that's
yeah.
where I listened to George Carlin off Napster. Was the first time I ever listened to George Carlin, and we were
Yeah, I
listening
guess
to the
Dane
Get
Cook
on the
made
Plane
it.
one.
Dane Cook was the first comic I ever remember that like sold albums like a musical artist. Like
Well, yeah,
a
he's
pop
one of those
star,
ones
like,
that everyone loves to shit on, but then they forget that they were obsessed with him when he was
Yeah.
out.
And he's still doing his thing. He's a funny motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Dane Cook fan in the world, but I don't have to be. There's,
Yeah, Dane Cook, Pablo
you do.
Francisco.
It's a requirement to be on this.
Fluffy
Fluffy.
around that time.
This was, I think Dane Cook was pretty fluffy, right?
Pablo Francisco
Probably
was
a-
he did
maybe
the
I thought
movie
around
guy
the same
voice,
time.
right?
Yeah, Pablo
Like
Francisco. I mean, he
mid-2000s.
was like coked out of his
he did
fucking
the
mind.
In a
That was
World.
special, dude.
Have you seen there's footage of him having like a mental breakdown on stage like recently, like in the last couple of years.
Really?
Yikes.
And he keeps trying to get into doing impressions and everyone's like, just get off, man, get off the stage.
Sweating
and
his
he's like,
ass
no, you
off.
gotta get down. And they're like, just get off the stage. Like, yeah, he has like, I think he
have to get
falls at the
off.
end of it too. He takes a header. Could
Oh,
you
that's
imagine
bad.
someone falling?
Blaming some gay asthma attack.
Thanks, albuterol.
You gotta start crowd surfing during your sets. If you get a nice like tag in the middle of a joke,
No, you just hit the pump and lean forward, dude.
yeah,
Just fucking-
the Spider-Man, he's a hero. Let them carry
Yeah,
you
dude.
backward.
You just slowly
Oh, yeah.
crawl across the front row of helium. Just well, these are my chicken fingers now.
He can walk on water.
Water.
I had a dude sitting on his phone the entire set, and his wife as well.
yeah.
You
I
were
was
there for that, and in a closing bit, I mentioned the Phillies. He's wearing a Sixers jersey, and he goes, "Phillies suck." It's like, you're an active Philadelphia fan. Like, relax. And he goes, "Oh yeah, and my fiance's black too." I was like, "What is happening right now?" And I had no time to touch it, so all I could say was, I was like, "Oh, are you texting the Phillies how terrible I am?" And that at least got a laugh and got me out of there.
What's wild, and I said this to dude, I was like, what's wild is they pay extra for those tickets.
Yeah.
Like they're reserved seats.
And he was on his phone for my set, the feature set, and 3/4 of John Heffron's set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nuts.
I want to know what he was. Do you think he was watching other comics? Like,
He had to.
actually, I could watch George Carlin right now.
They
Guys.
just care about the 2-item minimum, dude. That's all they
Yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
Speaking of being a bouncer, there, dude, you got any fucking insane shit?
The only thing insane that really happened was
You didn't kick me out. I left on my own accord.
no.
That would
Yeah,
be
Josh's
incredible.
Fennell opened up
You're allowed
for
to work there, but you're not allowed to attend.
Fennell opened up for Steve Renazizi, and Fennell has this joke that has the word rape in it, and it's like he's not saying that rape is great, blah blah blah. He's like just saying like a rape culture. That term is like that shouldn't be a term. Rape
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
And then Steve Renazizi went up and did maybe 5 minutes, and a lady fucking stormed the stage, pointing at him and shit.
Got on the stage.
Oh, yeah, this was recently,
damn
wasn't it?
near got
Holy
on the
shit.
Yeah, she was like right in the front.
Was she like, I was there in 9/11? Is that what you're saying the whole time?
And she was like, "I'm a rape victim. I've been raped. Blah blah blah." And Steve Renazizi, of course, he fucking had something to say. He was like, "Did that happen today? Like, did you hear it today?"
Did it happen in the confines of this basement that we're in?
Was it the
And then,
feature?
and then I'm in the hallway. Because I was there all day. I switched with Mike Young, and I was like, just let me fucking. This is the last show. It's a 10 o'clock show. Just let me fucking hang out in the hallway. So we switched, and then you see them pop the doors open, and everyone's like, "Where's Ricky? We need to find Ricky." I'm like, "Fuck, dude."
Yeah.
So I run down there. There's like 8 people trying to grab her. She's on the ground, and I tell everyone, I'm like, "Move."
You
And
parted
they-
the seas.
and they
I made
did.
everyone fucking
Immediately.
move, and I yanked her up and threw her in a full Nelson and walked like her feet were fucking dangling off the ground. And I kicked the door open and fucking I dropped her. I thought it was a dude. It
Oh,
wasn't a
really?
dude. It was a chick. I just got told.
Take back that kidney punch you gave her on the way out.
And then we fucking Jazzy Jeffed her out the front door and shut the door, dude.
Nice. Just locked her out. Were her friends still in the club?
It was her and some older lady with a backpack that I bitched about when they came in. I was like, "You have to check that backpack." She's like, "Oh, it's got my hard drive in it."
What the fuck?
I don't want to.
If there's one thing I need during comedy, it's my hard drives.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I look, and the lady was like, "What? It's fine. She can take it." I'm like, "All right, I did my part." Like, I don't know.
I want to know what's on those hard drives now.
Yeah, right. But so that happened. She was sitting on the sidewalk. We're waiting for the cops and shit to come. As soon as the fire truck comes and the ambulance comes, she starts boo-hooing on the sidewalk, and the manager's like, "Look, guys, she's crying. Look, everybody."
Jesus.
Why do they do that when there's like a call for anything? They send every possible rescue unit. They send the whole Paw Patrol when it's just a lady getting kicked out of a club. They're like, we need 3 fire trucks to fuck up traffic right now.
Del Calo was telling everybody that I pulled her shirt up and her titties were out. I was like, don't fucking do that. What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Not again.
I thought she was a guy.
She's screaming, "I was raped," and here's Ricky just batting around her
I just
titties.
yanked her up and fucking threw her out, dude. I just did my job.
You gotta do what you gotta do, dude. I can't. I don't know how you do it. I'd be terrified.
Happened. I'm trying to think. Rainey, this was like my first month working there. Rainey did his on Perks book release show, and Foster was on stage, and a bitch was in front. I was the only guard on that day. It was like a Sunday morning or something, and a lady had a seizure in the middle of the show. Oh, shit. And we did. I didn't. Thank God.
Did you touch her titties too, Rick?
Thank God one of the managers was like in watching the show with his girl, and called everybody, and I didn't know how to stop Foster from doing crowd work, and he's like, "What the fuck, is somebody dying back there, dude?" He kind of like
I like to think you still ragdolled that lady too.
I'm sitting there like, "No, stop! I don't know what to do."
She seizes.
When something like that happens, I'm the last person in the world anybody needs around. I'll literally look up and go, "We need an adult."
When Foster said in the mic, he's like, "This is kind of weird. I'm gonna leave."
Yeah, it's a hell of a time to get off. That's my time. Good night.
That's the new light. Just the
Check out
person sees
Foster
it.
Care. He's still plugging shit while she's dying.
As soon as they got her out, they fucking like put her in the chair, her arms crossed. They got her out, and the show continued. And Randy got on stage. She's like, "If someone else fucks up my show," and they just ran through this. It was just crowd working this bitch that wasn't in the room anymore for the entire show.
That's incredible.
That's terrifying.
But besides that, pretty easy job.
Yeah.
That fucking
Nobody
rules,
ever
dude.
like you don't get anyone that'll challenge you.
I did have one guy not that long ago. I tapped. It was right at the beginning of the show. He started like fucking baseball game whistling, and I tapped him on the shoulder, and I went like this, and told him to cut it out. And then I go back to the show, and he taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, "Do me a favor and never touch me again. Don't ever fucking touch me again." And I looked at him. I'm like, "What are you doing right now?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on?" He's like, "Don't fucking touch me again." And I look at him like you don't have to, like, I didn't. I was kind of like stumbling with words. I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?" Like,
you understand? I win in this
It's
situation.
kind of hot. Sounds like you guys are about to kiss. What do you do? We could be so much
How
more
am I
than
getting
this.
the gay porn ads?
Yeah, he's like, also, what are your ads like?
If somebody confronted me like that, I'd be like, I'd grab him behind the neck and just pull back. I don't know how you don't
Ricky
kiss more
didn't tell
people
you that
doing the job.
the man was 5'3".
yeah, he
And,
was.
Was he a little guy?
He was a tiny man.
Nice.
It was more so like a.
That's got to be fun, ragdoll, a tiny
My
guy.
favorite thing. Oh my god, my favorite thing as a security guard is bending down to their level and going, "What do you think you're going to do?
Yeah.
Like, what do you possibly think is going to happen? Even if you do hit me,
Yeah.
what's the outcome here?"
I just like the idea of you taking somebody outside, swinging them in a circle, throwing them on like the tallest building. They
Maybe like
wake
your
up the
older
next day
cousins
just
would like do that. They put their hand out and you try to swing on them. You couldn't get close.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Rick does that a lot.
My favorite big guy security guy thing to tell people is, "I fuck women bigger than you."
That's pretty good.
I like that.
I said that in front of James Moss one day. He was like, "Jesus Christ!"
Yeah.
Matt's gonna start yelling that at his girlfriend.
I'm gonna start saying that at the urinal at work. I'm like, I can fuck way bigger women than you. And he's like, what did you just say to me? And then that's where you go to them. Why would you say that to me?
Anyway, how about those reports are due?
That's crazy, dude.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
the confrontation of it. I'm such a pussy that I would just like.
I was a patio
any fight
bouncer.
back.
I was a patio bouncer at a college bar, and my job was literally just. They said they were like, if the guys are bigger than you, just radio to the real bouncers. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, the real bouncers? That hurts.
Yeah.
But then like the first night a fight broke out, I was like, we need Jason to the point. We need Jason to the patio now.
Did you guys?
When I first started there, I kept handcuffs in my back pocket because I used to work at Pull After Dark at Harris and AC.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, we handcuffed the motherfuckers there every single
Like
night.
full on handcuffs or zip tie?
Full on handcuffs.
You like the furry, fuzzy
Full on
ones?
handcuffs, yeah.
They were
Like we had
cute.
2 cops in the hallway, and then there was like 25, 30 guards maybe.
Damn, you're dealing with the worst people at that
Oh
place,
yeah,
right?
it was like 10 on 10, like 2 groups of Puerto Ricans in the middle of a DJ playing music, and you got to handcuff all 20 guys
and not fall into a pool all at the same time.
Yeah,
It's like you're playing the floor is lava at the fucking pool trying to
it
throw
was
people
intense.
out.
That's great.
And we used to have to do we had to go through like a training course. Like our boss was like an old sheriff from South Jersey.
I immediately picture an old timey Western sheriff
Yeah.
where he's like, round these parts.
Yeah, he was a bad motherfucker, dude. And actually, was my favorite story of him because he was a character. He
drowned a guy.
no, we
He was high
had
off tumbleweed.
what was the DJ from
Pauly
Jersey
D?
Shore? Pauly D was
Yeah,
there.
dude.
He had a contract there. He had to perform at Harris 10 times a year. He had $1 million contract.
Jesus Christ.
10 times a year, $100,000 every time he fucking played there.
Yeah.
So the one night it was like a crazy storm. All the electricity in Atlantic City went out. Right? He was on stage for maybe 10, 15 minutes. Got paid $100,000.
Damn, that's the.
So all the lights went out. Somebody ended up stealing one of our wands to wand people down. And my boss went back on the tapes because we had to scan everyone's IDs. So he went back, watched everyone's IDs get scanned. He found out their address, their phone number, everything. Called them and was like, "You can either bring our wand back, or we're gonna press charges." And
Do you think they hit him? They hit him with like a Harry Potter spell.
dude, they brought
Security nunius.
dude, they brought that shit back so quick.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but that was fucking nuts.
That is the sexiest job, dude. I just can't stop thinking about it. Like getting handcuffed to my wand. I thought about the vibrator wand right away, dude. This was just torture them with pleasure, dude.
It's the one that's remote controlled. You're on your phone.
50 Shades of Grey on the fucking guy. That's a good way to get a guy to stop stealing from you.
Oh, you just start kissing him instead of throwing him out?
Yeah.
Do you ever think about that when you can't get a situation under
We
control?
were fucking around one night at Sealy's, and you did a joke about having to get into a gang and beating up a bunch of people or something.
Yeah.
Or if you're a woman, you can get fucked into a gang.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the first thing I said, I was like, I don't know if I'd rather be fucked by Rick or fight Rick.
Yeah.
I'm losing either way.
And I just looked at him, I was like, I'm just glad we're friends, is what I'm saying.
It's good to be friends with Rick, dude.
Yeah. I swear I'm a nice guy. I get paid to be as big as I am, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like your interview, you just walk in and they're like, "Yup."
I already dressed in black.
Yeah.
Dude. Like,
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen you not in black, I think.
Yeah.
I was going to wear all black in honor of you
Matt
tonight.
seen me the other day. He's like, "What are you working? You hanging out? What are you doing?" I was like,
Not always working.
Rick's a member of the Night's Watch.
You're just bouncing people at like Wawa. You're like, well, this
Dude,
line's simply too long.
even at the mic at Helium, like I'm not clocked in, but I'm still like, I don't want to say babysitting, but like if some shit was to pop off, I would definitely jump.
Yeah,
the
so you
fuck
could
in.
technically be on stage and someone's heckling you, and you could just walk off and be like, "Well, you have to get the fuck out." That's true. That you beat every heckler with that move.
Put the mic in the stand, walk all the way out of there, walk back into it, go up to the person who heckled you, and be like, "You're interrupting the
And
performer."
then you have to go
Meanwhile,
back
nobody
up
on
to the stage to finish a joke, and you're like, "And then we all ate the sandwich." Anyway, I'm Rick. Good night, guys.
I got heckled one time, and I turned it into a joke pretty much.
Again,
Like
I'm
now,
sorry for that.
Every time I get heckled now, I say
It
the
was
same
Josh
shit.
going, "I need a ride."
And especially when it's not like blinding lights like Helium. Like if you can see the person heckling you,
Yeah.
I just rip through them. And like I can perform any wrestling special move on you, and there's nothing anyone here can do
Ooh.
about it.
What? All right.
Nobody.
No rules. You're bouncing a guy out. What wrestling move are you going with?
Oh man,
You can F5 him through the door?
No, probably the fucking
Macho Man,
nah,
top
dude, the fucking
turnbuckle.
the chicken wing. I want to fucking
Oh, the
stretch
cross
him
with
out,
the
dude.
Bob Backlund crossface
Yeah, the
chicken
Bob
wing.
Backlund chicken
Yeah, that's a
wing,
good
dude.
one.
Yeah.
I think you got to go Razor Ramon, where he would put people on his back and like almost crucify him, and then would just huck him over his head. That'd be a good one to throw somebody out.
we were outside smoking one night, and it was me, Naeem, and Drew Montana, and I was looking, that big metal grate outside the door. I was like, could you imagine me having to throw someone out and fucking like dunk someone right here on this metal grate? And Naeem was like, no, I don't want to think about that. And Drew said it would drop out, and I'd have to jump down like Tekken and fucking like finish the fight.
You're a Ninja Turtle. All of a sudden, you're fighting in the
that's
sewers.
that's Super Mario, dude. You just come back up bigger on the next hole up.
They go through it and fucking hit the ground and bounce.
Yeah, is that how you got
Red,
so
you-
big you ate a bunch of mushrooms?
Bowser motherfucker.
Yeah, that's my dream thing to do. There is to monkey dunk somebody on that metal
Monkey
grate.
dunk.
I love it.
Monkey
Yeah,
dunk
the-
sounds like what my uncle would say when they're watching the NBA. Jesus Christ.
You've never heard that term, monkey dunk?
No.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not allowed
God,
to hear
dude.
stuff like that. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's curse words.
It's not racially
the-
motivated.
It's not, but goddamn,
the
it's
monkey
close
dunker,
enough.
Enough,
dude.
dude. Yeah, that's terrifying. I can't hear any of that. It's crazy. I was
Basically
trying
like a power bomb.
I was just trying to enjoy Planet of the
Yeah.
Apes, and you're bringing all these terms into it. For Christ's sake, dude. What the
I mean,
hell?
if they keep making them, eventually they're gonna have a like Mike Planet of the Apes, and that's a real monkey dunk right there.
Okay, with all white people in
Yeah.
it, of course.
Appropriating every movie ever.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. There's such a weird weekend. Just detoxing. But I'm sorry I keep bringing it back to Planet of the Apes, but you guys got to understand the master
You've
of
seen
cinema.
these before.
No, it's my first time watching this weekend. I watched
then
it with
you
my
just watched
girlfriend.
it
Matt,
alone.
so some of you got to know, Matt's never watched movies ever.
This is
But
my,
what is your theory? You know the beginning and the end.
I look up the beginning. I watch the first scene and the last scene, and then I read the Wikipedia plot synopsis.
Isn't that,
was-
fucking psychotic?
There's no
Yeah.
test. You're
I mean, that
supposed to
was-
watch them for
was
entertainment.
me
But
with
he does it
Scarface.
so that in conversation, if it ever comes up, he can be like, "Yeah, I do remember Godfather Part 2."
No, my autistic brain needs to understand the lore. Like I swear to God, I'll be like laying in bed and I'll be like, I don't remember, like I don't know what happens at the end of Naruto, and then I'll have to just like Google an hour and a half of just like
Yeah.
a random TV show, and my brain just thinks about it until I quench that thirst for knowledge.
I get it.
Yeah, nobody gets me, dude.
I watch
do.
trailers.
Thanks,
I'm trying
bro.
to find a movie to watch. I watch trailers like an autistic man for 45 minutes.
You mean like the things people
Like,
live
what
in?
do I?
Josh
What am I
calls
supposed to-
gay commercials trailers. Trailers are getting gayer and gayer.
I like the trailers before the movies.
You know what? Your iPhones have picked up my words, and I pray that you go home.
Please no, please
That's what
no.
it is.
Whatever.
Your girlfriend's picking your phone like gay porn. Gay porn.
I think it's Chanel fucking pulling a fast one on me.
That is a great.
I
That's
know
a
this
great
motherfucker's
trick. Yeah.
password, but
wedding rings. Gay porn.
because I know I marry a gay man. She's like, "What the fuck? It backfired."
Yeah.
I can't think of anything better, dude.
What do you guys?
Then gay porn. You can't think of anything better than gay porn.
Yeah, that's right. Two
Yeah.
guys hanging out. Two guys having a nice
Pizza.
time.
You know
This
what? Two
couple
guys
glasses of
having a
wine.
nice time. Shock Drop Comedy this Saturday at Scores Sneaker Boutique in Collingswood, New Jersey. Come on out.
Sold
Look
out.
at that. That's a commercial. That's how you do a damn commercial.
Yeah, fellas, come hang, please.
Yeah,
I'm
come
gonna
hang
come
out.
hang
If
out.
you're a
Sold
comic,
out, but
we
we're gonna
might have
break.
to fight.
We're gonna break fire codes.
You
I'm
can
coming.
steal
Yeah,
shoes,
comics
I
come
think.
hang.
I'm gonna dress in all black and pretend like I'm the doorman.
That would actually be.
Oh, just start bouncing people. There's no seats, and you're like, "Sir, you have to leave."
Just
You're
bring a
just sitting there
clipboard with nothing on it.
Just go up to random guys, be like, get out. And I'm like, Rick. And he's like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, oh, I
I
forgot
think-
the
nothing.
owner, Rick. Not anymore.
I forgot.
I think
Welcome
if
to
we
Rick Sneaks.
if we get you an earpiece and we just like hang out for a day, I bet you we can convince people that I'm
Dude, when
important.
John James did his funniest set, his Philly's funniest set, he's out there hanging out with me outside the one day, and I'm standing by the road, and he's closer to the door, and people are giving him the IDs, and he's like, "You're good." I'm trying my hardest to not
14
laugh,
kids
dude.
got underage drinking
it's pretty
citations
good.
that night.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
John invited them.
Yeah, that's my audience.
No, John
Look.
James.
Oh, damn. What do you guys? What do you want to plug or promote? We hit our well over an hour. We're cooking.
Hey, it's when you're hanging with friends. It goes
That's
quick.
why it's great.
I have
What was that
Instagram.
sentence. That's why it's great. Sorry.
You did great. You did great.
My brain is actively
Blood
melting.
starts leaking out of your
My-
nose.
my brain
That's
is
why
leaking
it's
out the-
great.
That's slurring words.
Gee, this gray matter on this wall is beautiful.
I love how equally well spoken you are right now with your concussion. You think that there's this large gap from how you articulate.
Oh, you think I'm very articulate?
I think you're as articulate today as you are.
Oh,
And
okay.
this is your
so
baseline.
you're saying I've always been a moron. Yep.
You confused him there. He
bumped
heard the word
diagrams.
gap, but he wanted to go shopping. So
Not gonna lie,
he
my
kinda-
brain just
yeah.
started throbbing trying to figure out what you were saying. Sorry, what did you want to promote?
Joshua Ryan comedy.
Not
And,
the football player.
I'm doing a bunch of shows that are already sold out, so you can't buy tickets. I'm sorry.
That sucks for you.
None of which are this sneaker show. But
With that attitude, you're not going to be on the next one, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
I got some fun shows coming up.
Plug them. Just show off. No one comes to our shows because of this, but we still
nobody-
say them every day.
nobody
Who gives a
Hey.
fuck?
That's it. That's all I got.
Rick, what do you
Ryan
got,
comedy.
dude?
Follow me on everything at Ricky Isn't Funny. I have one show. I'm performing in my my hometown of Bridgeton, March 9th. Buds and Brushes. It's like a weed event.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. So yeah, there's tickets for that. I think still. We're moving just a comedy show to Bojo's in Millville. We're not at Seeley's anymore. That's gonna be once a month, and then we're doing just a comedy show. We're doing 2 open mics a month as well. I want to say that it's on Thursdays. Starting a solo podcast in March called the hell did I name it? People We Could Live Without. And yeah, that should be fun. I'll probably have all you guys on there individually.
Love to.
Yeah. I think that's all I have.
Individually, he's like, I would never get this crew
This was a one and done situation.
Yeah.
So as John said, Shock Drop, we're going to have tickets at the door like 10 or 15. So come by, score sneakers March 2nd. March 8th, I'm going to be opening for a small diabetic man at Shippensburg Casino. Brendan Donegan will be headlining there. I'll be opening for his small sugar-sensitive ass. And then we have... look out for Crossing Broad. We're starting a podcast with Kyle Pagan, live podcast. Some episodes probably dropping early April. So keep an eye out for that, baby.
I got, if you're watching live this Saturday with the Lovable Monsters out in media at Sligo, I think John Docalo's headlining that one. I'm hosting that show. Come out to that. Matt said the next night, Shock Drop Comedy. Just come hang out. It's going to be a good time. And then All Fleece Comedy on Wednesday night over at Fergie's in a couple weeks on the 13th. It'll be a fun one.
Beautiful.
Like Fergie's.
Beautiful.
Other than that,
Fellas, thanks.
yeah, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.